Now they're talking about boots on the ground. This thing's going to escalate, and it's not going to get any better.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said he expects more U.S. casualties in the coming weeks.
We expect to take additional losses, and as always, we will work to minimize U.S. losses. But as the Secretary said, this is major combat operations.
I agree. He had to go, but there's no, what's the next plan?
Yeah,
you know, where is that?
Okay, but I'm
He
going to
probably has a concept like Obamacare. He has a concept of what to do next.
He has a concept of an idea, of a plan, of a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is exactly what he has. But okay, I'm going to devil's advocate this. If we go back and look at our recent history, have we ever had a leader, a president, who had a clue of what was going to happen? Look, you can go back to John Kennedy and the Bay of Pigs. They sent him in there. They got him all. They gave him the weapons that they needed, put him in there. But there was no backup. There was no plan. There was no support plan for what happened if they landed and what they did next. There was no plan whatsoever. No backup, as I said. We had no plan in Vietnam whatsoever. We had no plan in Iran, in Iraq before. No plan in Afghanistan. No plan in Syria. No plan in Libya. I mean, and everybody goes back and they say, well, Trump just does it because he's a Republican, and Republicans are nothing more than people who want to go ahead and start wars. Stop with the bias bullshit, because Democrats do the same thing. They have no plan. And I still have to go back to Colin Powell, who still made the greatest statement of all. Basically, you break it, you fix it. And we're there again. And okay, but I'm going to ask the question: why? Why is that? Why do we continue to be led by presidents and leaders who it happens over and over again, and there's still no plan? That they don't get it ready.
What are we getting out of this? We're not getting regime change to a democracy. We're not going to eliminate their nuclear program. We are going to have regional war breaking out. It won't be the billionaire kids of Donald Trump and his buddies that die. It's going to be the children of middle class and poor families all across this country who are going to die for a war of choice, a war of vanity, an illegal war.
I know I'm looking for a psychological answer here, or something. I'm looking for pie in the sky, but I don't get it.
Yeah, I think they just don't get the consequences of what they do. They think, again, it goes back to your very astute analogy of the cockroaches.